end up looking into Sphira and Kaballah, technically what we're end up doing is actually looking at different ideas. And so it was the principles that are built forth. It was to be able to say, well, I want to be able to look at it like this. Let's say I want to build up Gebura. I want to be able to build up Hokmah, Benah, Tiferet, Ho, Yesid. What does it mean? But it was to say, well, I need to be able, just like James says, if you lack wisdom, then ask for wisdom. It is to speak to God in his own tongue. In the same way that, well, if a bird started trying to speak to me, I might not understand what it was saying, but if you spoke in English, you start to ask for that in God's own word, and you start to understand what God's asking you for. It's the same way in speaking with God and also within creation. When God spoke and he created, well, what did God speak? Well, God spoke Hebrew. It was the language of creation. And so what we end up seeing is that is we have the idea of Bariya, and actually how we're able to build that. And so the different levels that end up happening from emanation from the divine source, and so into divinity, actually go from the primordial man, Ein Sof, Or, and Adam Kadmon, all the way into the Shekinah. Shekinah is the divinity of God, and so it was the lower portion of God, but actually what we end up finding is that the Malchus, or right in the kingdom, is actually at the very bottom of the spirit. And so you end up finding the connection with the heavens, building up the foundation of the Yesod, built forth into a timelessness of God. That's the idea of Netzah. This way it goes up from Chesed, where you find faith. And it goes further. Ultimately, what you're able to see is that hold, or the splendor of God, is built forth and goes higher into the spirit, so that we end up having that Deborah, the angel Gabriel, but also to look and to find that Banah. So the Banah was actually to have that God and the knowledge of God, and then be able to go further with it and realize that I want to be able to take the knowledge that I'm given from God and put it into the practical application of this world, so that I can take that wisdom and the Hokmah and build forth the kingship for God. The idea is to be a vessel for God. And so it is to build up that kesed, that crown. So the crown that comes forth from God is actually built forth upon the foundation of the other spirit. So that by building all of these other foundations, what we end up doing is creating that kingdom, creating that crown, and being able to go into this. And you end up receiving it. So that if you lack that, then you ask for it. It says, actually, Jesus says, you have not because you ask not. But by asking for that crown, for that kesed, for Hokmah, for Banah, for understanding this world, to receive it. Solomon, he asked for that wisdom for Hokmah. And because he asked for it, he was given the opportunity to write it down for generations through his own Proverbs. And so when you look at that, that's the way that he had it. When you want to have a heart after God, you ask for it. And God gives you that, beloved. Now it's love, technically agape. Love is love for everyone. And it builds it up. And that's how you end up having it. So when you look at these foundational pillars, it is to be able to look through the Word of God and to build that up so that God can edify you, that he can build you up, that he can strengthen you, and give you an opportunity to understand and to know God on a new level, to look towards God, and to be able to find that same blessing that David had, the same blessing that Solomon had, and all the prophets.